Are you feeling overwhelmed by life's challenges? In today's video, we'll be exploring the powerful teachings of Stoicism and how they can empower you to turn your struggles into strengths. Lesson 1. Be aware of your struggles. Accepting that you have problems is the first thing that you need to do to get better at them. You start to move from being weak to being strong. You start to see problems not as scary things, but as things that can teach you important things. Realizing that pain is a part of being human, and more importantly, that you can choose how to deal with it, is what this is all about. Recognizing your problems also means being in touch with your feelings without letting them run your life. Accept the things that fate has tied you to. To put it another way, don't fight what's going to happen. Life is uncertain, and bad things will happen to you. Accept it and recognize it, and then start the process of getting over it. Recognition is the first step toward change. There is no way to start solving a problem until you admit that there is one. Stop for a moment the next time you're having a hard time. Take a big breath. Accept that you are having a hard time and know that this is where your growth starts. Lesson 2. Change the way you see things. After recognizing your problems, the next step is to change how you see them. According to Stoicism, how you think about your problems can change how you feel about them. We don't have to believe that the things that happen in our lives are good or bad. They are not biased. Our understanding of those events decides what they mean. Marcus Aurelius said, "What stops people from acting moves them to act. What gets in the way turns into the way." Stoic two-way split on control. The Stoics thought that we can't change the things that happen to us, but we can change how we respond to them. This change in perspective, realizing that you can choose how to respond, is powerful. You don't have to see your problems as impossible problems. Instead, you can see them as chances to grow. Picture yourself in a traffic jam. You can't change what's happening, but you can change how you respond to it. You could get mad, honk your horn, and let stress take over. Or you could see this as a chance to learn how to be patient. The event itself is neutral, but how you experience it depends on how you look at it. When you change how you think about your problems, you start to see them as opportunities to grow as a person. The hard times you're going through are not punishments or random bad luck. They're chances to become stronger, more patient, and smarter. This change in how you think is what Stoicism is all about. It gives you the strength and confidence to deal with the problems in life. Remember that how you see things shapes your world. It's true that you can't always change what's going on around you, but you can always change how you think about it. That can make all the difference on its own. Lesson 3. Learn to be strong. Dealing with problems helps you become stronger. The ability to keep going no matter what life throws at you is one of the best things that can come from going through hard times. The Stoics put a lot of value on resilience, which they called fortitude. It means being able to keep going even when things get hard. To become more resilient, you have to face your problems instead of running away from them. You get stronger every time you face a task and get through it. As you face tough situations with courage, you become stronger. It works like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The Stoics say that hard times are a chance to show strengths like bravery, patience, and determination. Life gives you a chance to get better when it tests you. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body, said the Stoic philosopher Seneca. We would never get strong enough to handle life's problems if we didn't face them. Being resilient doesn't mean not feeling anything or not being touched by hard times. It means that you let yourself feel the pain but decide not to give up when it happens. It's okay to feel upset, mad, or sad. But being resilient means getting back up, dusting yourself off, and going on with your life. The more resilient you are, the more sure you are that you can handle anything that life throws at you. You stop seeing yourself as a victim and start seeing yourself as someone who can get through things. The real gift of struggle is that it makes you realize how much more you can do than you thought. Lesson 4. Learn to care about other people. Not only do struggles make you stronger, they also help you understand other people's pain better. You're more likely to understand how someone else feels when you've been through hard times yourself. Stoicism teaches us to understand and care about others by going through hard times. This makes us more attached to those around us. Recognizing our shared humanity is one of the most important ideas in Stoicism. They thought that everyone is connected to everyone else, and that what happens to one person affects everyone else as well. We are all made to work together, like feet, hands, eyelids, and the rows of upper and lower teeth. So it goes against nature for people to hurt each other. When things are hard, it's easy to feel alone, like you're the only one going through it. But the truth is that everyone has trouble. When you understand this, your own pain can help you connect with other people. As you get older, you realize that the people around you are also going through hard times. This makes you more empathetic. Having empathy means putting yourself in someone else's shoes, feeling what they're feeling, and being kind to them. You can connect with others in a more real and important way after going through hard times. You can help them by being there for them and knowing what they're going through. Kindness is the next step. Not only do you need to understand someone's pain, you also need to want to ease it. Going through hard times can make you want to help others and be there for them when they need you, just like you want someone to be there for you. Being stoic means realizing that we are all linked and that our problems can make those links stronger. When we accept our problems, we learn how to love and help others more deeply. Pain is a gift that helps us grow and also helps our communities and the people we care about grow. Through your problems, you can learn to understand and care about other people, which can turn your pain into something beautiful. You use suffering to help people understand and be kind. Plus, you make the world a better place for yourself and other people. Lesson 5. Help yourself grow. Problems are an important part of growing as a person. Stoicism tells us that every problem we face is a chance to get smarter, stronger, and more durable. When things go wrong, we don't have to see them as failures. Instead, we can see them as steps for becoming our best selves. Living a simple, happy life won't help you grow as a person. You learn it by taking on tasks, messing up, and moving on. The Stoics thought that trouble was the best way to learn. Life is most likely to help you grow when things are very hard. You learn something useful about yourself with every fight. It makes you face your flaws, question your views, and go outside of your comfort zone. You grow as a person through this process. Problems show how strong, patient, and able to deal with things you find difficult. They show you how strong you really are. It's not always easy to grow. It takes work, determination, and being ready to feel uncomfortable. But it's worth it in the end. You get stronger and more capable with each task you get through. You learn to believe in yourself and your ability to handle the unknowns of life. The Stoics thought that striving for ethics and living a good life were the most important things in life. This means that you should always be trying to improve yourself. Trouble is an important part of this process because it forces you to grow. Letting go of things that don't help you anymore is also an important part of growing as a person. Problems can make you think about your values, interests, and goals again. It's what they tell you to do to let go of limiting views, bad relationships, or bad habits. You can let go of parts of yourself that are holding you back and grow in new ways by going through hard times. You start to see problems as gifts when you see them as chances to grow as a person. Every challenge you face is a chance to learn, get better, and help others more. Challenges are no longer something you are afraid of. Instead, you see them as steps toward becoming your best self. Lesson 6. Appreciate the journey. The idea that life is not about the end goal but about the path is one of the most important lessons of Stoicism. It's easy to forget how much we value the steps we take to reach our end goal, be it success, happiness, or progress. Stoicism helps us remember that every moment is important, even the hard ones. It's simple to wish that your problems would go away when you're having them. You might think, "I'll be glad this is over," or "everything will be better after this." But the truth is that life will always have new problems to solve. The goal is not to get to a place where things are easy, but to learn to value the trip, no matter what it brings. When you appreciate the journey, you can find worth in the growth process, even when it hurts. It means realizing that the problems you're having now are making you into the person you will be tomorrow. Every step you take, no matter how easy or how hard, is part of your growth. The Stoics teach us to be happy in every part of our lives and to live in the present. The happiness in your life rests on the thoughts you have. If you think about what you want to do and the future all the time, you miss out on the beauty of the present. There is beauty to be found even in hard times. There are lessons to be learned, strength to be gained, and thanks to be grown. You start to enjoy the life you have instead of hoping for things to be easier when you learn to value the journey. You know that the good and bad times are all a part of the journey, and that every moment, no matter how hard, has something to give. Being thankful is a big part of this way of thinking. There are things to be thankful for even when things are hard, like the lessons you've learned, the people who are there for you, or just the fact that you're still standing. The Stoics thought that being thankful was the key to being happy. When you think about what you do have instead of what you don't have, you develop a happiness that can't be taken away by outside events. When you value the trip, your struggles become an important part of your life story. You start to understand that the difficulties you face in life are not things that keep you from being happy, but rather important parts of a full and rich life. Lesson 7. Allow yourself to be weak. A lot of people think that being weak and open is something that should be avoided or hidden. Stoicism, on the other hand, says that being weak is a skill. Being honest about our problems and being brave enough to face our fears is what helps us grow. In fact, we can only turn our problems into gifts if we accept how weak we are. Being vulnerable means telling people and yourself the truth about what you're going through. It means being honest about when you need help, are scared, or don't know everything. Being this open takes a lot of guts, but it's also a necessary part of growing as a person. These people thought that we shouldn't run away from our problems, but should instead face them with bravery and truth. It's okay to feel pain, fear, and doubt, they taught. It's not that these feelings are present that counts, but how we deal with them. When you let yourself be vulnerable, you let yourself fully experience life, even when it's hard. When you let your guard down, you make it possible for deeper relationships with other people. We build trust, sensitivity, and understanding by being open and honest. When you tell other people about your problems, you give them permission to have the same ones. You make a place for real relationship where people can help each other through the hard parts of life. Being vulnerable can also help you be kind to yourself. You stop being so hard on yourself when you accept your flaws and problems. When you treat yourself with the same care and kindness you would give a friend, small changes happen. Being able to forgive yourself is an important part of being resilient because it lets you get back on your feet after a setback without beating yourself up. Accepting that you are vulnerable doesn't mean you are weak or full of self-pity. This means having the strength to face your fears, accept your problems, and keep going. Understand that being human means having flaws, and that's okay. You stop seeing problems as something to hide or be ashamed of when you let yourself be vulnerable. And instead, you see them as chances to learn more about yourself, connect with others, and grow. Lesson 8. Turn pain into purpose. Putting your pain to good use is one of the most powerful ways to turn your problems into gifts. People who follow Stoicism believe that pain can lead to good changes in their lives and in the world around them. You can find meaning even in the worst times if you use your pain to fuel something bigger. Some people called Stoics thought that everything we go through, even bad things, can teach us something. Sometimes it takes guts just to live. When bad things happen, you can either give up and let them beat you, or you can use them to drive you to make something important. A lot of people who have been through a lot of pain have gone on to make the world a better place. They have turned their problems into strengths by using what they've learned to help other people. This is what it means to turn pain into meaning. You don't let your problems define you. Instead, you use them to make something good. You can give your pain a meaning by helping other people who are going through the same things. When you use your own problems to help, guide, or inspire other people. You give your own problems value. You use your pain to make something good for yourself and the people around you. The Stoics said that having a good life can give you a sense of purpose. You can find meaning in being a good person, being kind to others, and living an honest life, even if you're not changing the world on a big scale. No matter what problems you face, you can make your life meaningful by focusing on what you can change and always doing your best. Even though pain is unavoidable, suffering is not. You take charge of your story when you turn your pain into a goal. You are no longer a victim of your conditions. You are now writing your own story. Stoicism gives you a strong way to think about how your problems can be your best gift. By being honest about your problems, changing your point of view, becoming more resilient, learning to understand others, encouraging personal growth, enjoying the journey, being open to being vulnerable, and turning pain into purpose, you can turn hardship into a source of strength and knowledge. Things that go wrong in life will always happen, but how you handle them is what really counts. Stoicism can teach you how to deal with your problems with bravery, grace, and thanks. When you do this, you will see that your biggest problems are also your biggest chances to grow.